Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Erica from Confessions of a Homeschooler, and we are getting ready to start school this week, and so I thought it would be really fun to film a school supply haul for you and just show you what we got. Now, as homeschoolers, we don't have to buy a specific list of supplies every year. I just kind of get whatever we need, and this year I actually have quite a bit of things left over from last year, so I don't have too many things to get. I did get some basics, so I wanted to show you those, and then I also kind of splurged and got a few fun things as well. So let's take a look and see what we got for this year's school. So here's kind of an overview of everything that we got, and then I'll kind of go over it in detail with you really quick. Since we homeschool, we don't have to buy as many supplies as you do if you're going to a traditional school, and we have a lot of things that were left over from last year, so we didn't have to get too many new things this year, but I thought it'd be still fun to do a school supply haul. So let's take a closer look. So first off, I got my oldest daughter some fun things. These are just some colorful pencil holders, and then I also got her this little reading lamp for her room, and she has a desk in her room, so that is why she kind of got a couple extra things. These two flash drives we had to get for their options program. They have a class that is requiring those, so I normally wouldn't have to buy those. And then we got a series of kind of fun binders. Some of these are for their options program, and then some are for our homeschool. This one is for our homeschool. My daughter is going to be using it to rewrite her IEW stories in those. And then I also got a pack of these Astro Bright papers. These, all of this section right here is just from Walmart. We just happened to be there and they were really inexpensive. So normally I buy a huge stack of construction paper, but this year I'm getting some of these just brighter, fun colored, like cardstock type papers, because we'll use those more. And then I always think it's fun to get a new set of dry erase markers, and I've tried different brands, but I kind of stick with the Expo because they just seem to work the best. They have the best color and then they erase really well. So if you've tried a different brand that you really like, let me know. Then every year I also get these Ticonderoga pencils. These are my absolute favorite pencils. The erasers work really, really well, and so does the ink, the lead in the pencils. They don't break off, I feel like. They just do a much better job. I do let the kids get some fun kind of colorful pencils, but they almost always will revert back and use these anyways because these just work so much better. So these are literally my favorite pencils in the whole wide world. And the other thing that we got was some colorful Sharpies. These are actually more for my daughter. She likes to do a lot of drawing, and so she thought it would be fun to have colors, and she uses Sharpies for her drawings. And then I also got the fine set of black Sharpies because we go through these like crazy, and also the precision set of black Sharpies as well. And again, a lot of those are for her drawing, classes and stuff, but we just use them a lot anyways. The next thing I usually buy every year are these little eraser toppers, and I've bought fun ones as well, but these ones just work better, and this just helps our pencils last a little bit longer if they end up using up their erasers too much. We also just picked out this fun little pack of pencils just for the heck of it. My daughter wanted some for her options school, and she'll probably use them at home too, but they were just fun. They were pretty cheap. The other thing I always like to get are these little post-it notes, and we use these quite a bit. My students use these to mark pages in their workbooks, and I use them to mark pages in my teacher's manual, and so we actually go through these quite a bit. These I didn't purchase this year, but I wanted to show them to you anyways because they were just left over from last year. So, but if I hadn't, I would have purchased a new set of these. So these are just good to have for marking, your pages and that kind of thing. And then as a teacher, I also always get this Marvelous tape. This is super, super good for putting posters up on walls, anything up on your wall. It won't take down your paint, and they hold really well. I usually put these on the back of posters, and they last all year for me. Now this one is only about this wide. I'm not sure if you can tell. So I bought 3/4 inch. Normally I buy the 1-inch rolls, but I figured this came in kind of a discounted price, and it was only 3/4 inch, and I think it will be just fine. So, but I highly, highly recommend this Marvelous tape if you haven't tried it already. And then one other fun thing that I do for the kids every year is come up with something that they can do to earn, just for something fun. So these little erasers are super cute, and even though my kids are a little bit older, they still think these are super fun. And I just bought these in a huge packet off of Amazon, and there's like a little piggy and a little koala bear. Here's like a polar bear guy, monkeys. This is like a chicken and an egg. I don't know. There's just like a ton of different ones in here. Oh, here's a penguin. My oldest will like that one. So anyways, they're just a cute, fun little thing that you can do. And so for every 100% they get on worksheets, then they get to pick out one of these fun little erasers. And these won't last very long. I only got one set of them. Oh, here's a cow. He's so cute. But anyways, they won't last very long, but it's still something fun, and it's just a little bit of an incentive for them to, you know, just do good. And everybody's like excited to get into this, even my older kids. I know it sounds silly, but these little cutesy erasers are always fun. All right, and one other last fun thing I got, and this was a total splurge item because I was surfing around for fun pencils on Amazon, and I found these stackable pencils, and I don't know if you guys remember these from back in the day, but they are these are the gummy bear version, but they have a little lead here, and then once you use the lead out, you just pull it out, pop it in the top, and bam, you have a new lead there. And they were just so cute, and they reminded me of my school days because I used to have these when I was little. And so yeah, this was a total like splurge item just for fun. I did let my kids each pick one of these, and then the rest are going to go in my prize box so they can win them. And then I got this version too. This one actually has an eraser on it, so they'll be a little bit more useful. And then I also got these Mr. Sketch scented markers. And I don't know if you guys remember these either, but as soon as I smelled the blueberry one, I had to get them because these are like a total flashback from my past, and they smell so good. And I just bought a little pack for each of my kids, so they each have 4 of them, and they can use them to cross off their stuff on their assignment folder, or color things in, or whatever. I just thought they were fun. As a homeschooler, I like to just buy some fun things every now and then, just because it makes, you know, school a little bit more exciting. So I got all of these on Amazon. These ones I actually found, I want to say it was at Walmart or Target, I can't remember. But all these cute little stackable ones I did find on Amazon. So if you just search for stackable pencils, you should be able to find them. They're really cute, and they just came in a pack of a bunch of them. And like I said, I gave my kids each one, and then I'm going to throw the rest in our prize box. And as they get hundreds on their worksheets, they can pick out fun pencils and stuff. So they were just too cute to pass up. All right, and then just really quickly, I wanted to show you my kids' work drawers. So these are just my IKEA drawers, and as you pull them out, they have these little expandable drawer files in them. These are just can change to fit whatever size you need, and I got these at the Container Store. And so each of them kind of look the same, but they all have a red marking pencil, regular pencils. She's got a couple of mechanical pencils, some highlighters, and these are actually some of those friction pens. Although I wouldn't suggest buying this one. This is the kind that they just snap out instead of the kind with the lids, and these do not last very long. We just tried them, but no go. She also has a couple Sharpies, and then these fun erasers are some of the ones that she got from last year. She has some of these markers in her desk just to keep, she uses these in her workbooks to keep her page. She's got a big eraser, a glue stick, and then behind her tray she's got a couple other supplies. She has those markers I was talking to you about, some erasable colored pencils, and then she's also got these watercolor pencils because she likes to do a lot of art. Her glasses case, and then she also has these quick sticks pen markers. We got these to review from last year, and so she's just kept hers in her drawer. So that's what her top drawer looks like, and it just kind of houses all of her supplies. So the last thing I want to show you really quick is this little spinning carousel, and many of you have seen this on my blog before, and I have had this for ages, and I believe I got it back at Michael's like years and years ago. It's actually a scrapbooking caddy, and I've seen them at Target, I want to say. They're also online at Amazon, and I think I've still seen them at Michael's. I think they are called Recollections Desktop Carousel. I'll try and find a link for you below. But I have had this for a long time, and we have used it for homeschool for years now. And so what this houses is just all of our supplies. So I always have a fresh set of markers in here. We also have these twistable colored pencils, and the kids like these just because they don't have to sharpen them, so I like them as well. And then I also have these erasable colored pencils as well. A lot of times they'll use this for you know, Bible, or if they're doing something where they think they might need to erase it and not just color. And then I have a whole set of these friction pens, and I probably go through about 2 sets of these. I buy them in I think it's a 24 pack on Amazon, and I'll try and put a link for you guys below, but they're just the friction erasable pens, and they really do write and erase really, really well. They will come back if you put them like in the freezer or if they get cold enough. So they erase with heat, which is why the eraser erases the ink. But they're great for doing schoolwork, and the kids can use them for math and all of that kind of stuff because they can erase them. And so it just makes it a little bit more fun to be able to do your schoolwork in color. So I use these a lot. I love them, and I purchase probably 1 to 2 packs of them a year. So this one is chock full of brand new ones for the year. The other thing I have in here are some highlighters, and we go through a lot of highlighters because my kids are always using them to mark off their assignments as they're completed. So I just tried these new ones this year, so we'll see. I don't know how those are going to last or not, but I typically end up just going back to these Bic Bright ones because they kind of tend to last the longest, and they're Sharpie, sorry. And they tend to last the longest, and I just like that brand. I do have some already sharpened Ticonderoga pencils in here, just in case anyone is, having a hard time finding a pencil. However, they are in their desks as well. And we're back around to these. Oh, no, I have another set of these, actually. Sorry, these came in a huge pack, and so I had to separate out these markers. And these are just the Rose Art. They were super cheap, but they're washable markers, and they use them for coloring and all of that kind of stuff. And then I also get a giant pack of these, which are just the Papermate mechanical pencils. My kids really like these, I think because they stay nice and sharp and they don't have to sharpen them. I have one child who doesn't like the way that they write, and just because it's a mechanical tip, but I do have, but the rest of them really like them, and so I always keep a stock of those. And then I also keep in here my red correcting pencils. These are also from Ticonderoga, and these are used from last year. We didn't have to repurchase them this year. All of my kids have one of these in their drawers that they use if they're correcting their work, and then I have several in here and in my desk as well for correcting. And then there was just a couple of fun pencils it looks like somebody stuck in here. And then I think that brings us all the way back around. So the other thing that is in here are these scissors, and I bought a pack of these on Amazon. They were really cheap, and there were 5 of them in there, and so they're all different colors, and they have these white handles on them. And the rule is that these have to stay in my schoolroom and actually in this caddy. So they are for school use only. I did buy these new this year, and that is the plan, for them to stay in the caddy and not leave the schoolroom. So we'll see if I'm successful with that. And then down here inside of here, because there's more room, are a ton of little Elmer's glue sticks, and these are just the washable all-purpose glue sticks. And we go through a lot of these every year, and so I usually just buy a big box of them. Some of this stuff like these and the scissors and the pencils and all of that I got online at Amazon just because it was less expensive and free shipping. So that is that. And this caddy just sits on our desk, in the middle of our desks, and that way everyone can kind of get to it. It's really easy for them to spin it to get what they need, and I really, really like this. It does have these little drawer units down here, and they honestly just have leftover crayons and stuff in them because hardly anybody uses those. Those are just sort of leftover from years past. But I really do like having this. It makes it a lot of fun. All right, so that's pretty much everything that we bought this year. Normally I would also have to buy, those packs of lined paper, and because I have a 7-year-old and then all the way up to a 13-year-old, I'll usually get the wide lines plus the college ruler lines. I also get a pack of the graph paper. However, I bought like 3 or 4 packs last year because they were on sale, and I actually have a bunch of it left over, so I didn't even have to buy paper this year. I think supply-wise or cost-wise, all of these supplies ran me around $150, and like I said, I got them mostly online at Amazon. Some of them, like everything in that spindle aside from the the friction erase pens and the scissors were left over from last year, so that was all stuff we could reuse. But that's about how much we spend every year. I have 4 kids, if you don't already know that, and I buy similar supplies each year. It kind of depends on what we're running out of and what we need more of. So sometimes I'll add in file folders, things like that. But this is pretty much our school supply haul for this year. So that's my school supply haul for you for this year. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments or questions, you're always welcome to email me. I'll put all of my information in the box below. I hope you enjoyed this Tip Tuesday, and I will see you next time.